Hey everybody, Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
No prompts.
Oberon.
Mr. No prompts.
Me, Banshee. And before we even get started, let me just say Happy Pride Month to all our LGBTQ, etc. friends.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. I didn't think about this at the time, whether I bought a Pride hat, but either
But
way,
you did.
I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter of
We both
all the
are.
rainbow colors, too.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hi, Kara.
Why, thank you, Violet.
So, welcome once again to our live stream.
Hey, Kara. Yes, welcome. I see Cindy's joined us. Violet's good about putting down the questions, but hey, if you don't leave a question, just make sure you're here when you're called, because otherwise we will move on. But, if you can't leave your question, just let her know, or you're thinking about it, just let her know. So let's see. Kara, I was going to add Kara. I think I'm up to snuff here. And we're going to use our Season of the Witch Litha Oracle, which I like. All right. I like all my oracles. I like most of my oracles. I'll let Mr. O pick one at random.
And Violet is correct to point out it really does help with wait time. A lot of times when we were doing this earlier, we would
Have to wait for questions.
wait for people to come back, or people would, kind of take a little time. And so this really helps us, because we
I was
really
going
want
to have you pick
to
one.
do as many readings as possible.
And maybe I should have, but this is interesting to me because I swear I saw somebody, I think it's Black Moon Tarot and Sorcery on Twitter, had this very same card, the Heirloom Tomatoes. Enter
Wow.
into the depths of intimacy where the seeds of your desires will be nourished. What number is that one?
16.
You know what? I think they're in order now that I think about it. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So the keywords are love, passion, and lust. And isn't that ironic? Because we have the Knight of Cups today for our card of the day on social media. Heirloom tomatoes bring the promise of new romance for love seekers and renewed passion in an existing relationship. It goes beyond anything physical, entering into the depths of intimacy that is only accomplished by a deeper understanding of each other. Lust is born out of suggestive glances, feathery touches, and whisper kisses, teasing as something much more sensual. If this is not something you're experiencing, consider seeking fresh ways to introduce more play into a relationship, romantic or otherwise. It's just as important to experience love for yourself as it is for a lover. Are you making time for your passions? When was the last time you acted on your lust for anything? Not just a person, but also a goal, a purchase, food, or location. This card guides you to give in to the need to spoil yourself and those around you. Everyone wants to be wanted and feel loved, including the universe. The extra affection goes a long way in stocking the seeds of desire, and you will find that the energy you give is also energy you receive. And what's interesting about that is, it's funny, Mr. O, because of course, what was I saying today? I wanted to treat myself to dessert, a good dessert somewhere, because I have to totally go on a liquid diet, a total clear fluid diet tomorrow for my colonoscopy. So, when was the last time you treated yourself? Too much. When was the last? Well, I thought it was a good example for what I was going to say. When is the last time you treated yourself and, got passionate about something? It's not just people. We're passionate about other things in life as well. So however this card applies to you, it's time to go after what you lust for. That's what I have for the collective today.
All right, and Jackie is first up on our list. Hey, Jackie. Good to see you again. And my question, what is coming towards me in the next 2 months? And I'm going to use my English Magic Tarot in honor of Jackie and any others from the UK. Why not? English Magic Tarot, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I saw it. That one from Black Moon Tarot Sorcery, Violet. Thanks for that. Oh, yeah, I heard about that one. I saw that one, I think. I'm going to pass on that one. But there's something coming up. I think it's Colette Baron Reed's deck in June. That's the one I'm eyeballing for June. So we'll see. I think that's really all I've got on my agenda right now as far as decks go.
All right, 3 cards for 2 months. And our first card is the Moon reversed, followed by the Two of Cups reversed. And then the King of Wands reversed. So it's reverse-a-palooza.
Wow,
but there's a
Jackie.
story here.
There's definitely a story there. You can go ahead. I see
He
it.
said, what's coming towards you in the next 2 months? Well, there may be a realization. The Moon reverse could be something you realize, something you find out or learn, a secret uncovered, or something else. Just news that comes to you that kind of illuminates a situation. It could be about either yourself or somebody else who maybe is emotionally or otherwise uncoupling from someone. Maybe a friendship, maybe another serious relationship. So you may be finding out the reasons why this is happening, or you may be finding out that it is happening, that you didn't expect it exactly, but it's happening, whether it's to you personally or someone you know possibly. Is it because of the King of Wands? The King of Wands reversed here could indicate somebody who maybe is a little bit full of themselves, a little bit overly confident, or maybe smug sort of feels, maybe a little arrogant at times sort of feels, privileged in a way. Is that possibly the other person in the situation? I'm not sure. Could it be actually how you feel about moving on? Like, maybe you're just saying like, well, I kind of knew that. This is, whatever we say,
Did you want to do the Lenormand too?
Yeah, why, yes, let's do that.
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
And in Lenormand, we have the child and the mice. And I went all the way through, but sometimes you do that too. So
yeah, well, no, that's what I said. You could go ahead. Do you want to do that?
No, I'll wait for you to catch up.
I'm going to go right through it. Okay.
Fine, I'll catch
up. Well, Jackie,
then.
I'm wondering here if you're anticipating some problems, okay? And it may involve a relationship with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship.
Right.
But it could affect your relationship. That's that Two of Cups there. With whoever, even if it's some kind of advisor or somebody you've been working with, a doctor, etc., there's a rift, and it's because you find something out. Something is revealed to you that you find rather unsettling. Or it's possible maybe this other person feels that way. Whatever the case may be, it's causing a rift in, your relations with this person. And this seems to be featured pretty strongly here. But I will say this. You have the mice and you have the child. I have a feeling this is going to affect you in some way for a period of time. But it will pass eventually because the mice are always a temporary annoyance or stress. So this might be really stressful from the get-go, but over time it might lessen, whether that means you still have some association with this person or you're able to let it go. That would be the case. I would say this definitely describes, I think, the other person here.
Yeah.
I think this could be an individual who is, well, he said full of himself, and yeah, I do see that. They may have some anger issues. In other words, they may act out without thinking, the consequences of their words here. Like, for example, with the Knight, if this were the That's the knight, right?
That's the King of
Oh, it's
Wands.
the king of wands. If this was the King of Swords, I would say that person knows exactly what they're saying and why. They're being mean and nasty because they want to be. This guy, well, he may want to be, but it's because he's not thinking it through. You know, he's just reacting. And that's the way I feel kind of about the King of Wands. They just kind of react. And so, looking though at the Lenormand again, I think that this could stretch out for a period of time because a child takes time to grow, but it seems like the problems will start to ease over time. And anyway, it just seems like it'll get to the point where it's just going to be a more minor annoyance for you, if anything.
Well, when I pull that together too with the Lenormand, I sort of feel like it perhaps falls into the time frame that this may play out mostly over the next
true.
2 months or so.
Yeah.
Which is long enough, considering, how people get all, worked up on things that bother them or trouble them. But I do feel like ultimately you'll view it as more of a minor problem, and, you're indicating what this is probably about. So you may already be moving through that sense of that moon reverse, saying the clues are there and you're kind of getting them. Good luck.
Well, I have a feeling something else is going to be revealed, and
there you go.
So, but the thing is that I had a thought and I lost it because you went on and I lost it. Oh well. But at any rate, you did say here you think you know what this is. So I would say that the cards, that's what I wanted to say, that the cards seem to be focusing on that. It's going to be kind of front and center an issue for you in these next 2 months. That's what I wanted to say. So good luck with that.
Right, Jackie.
Yep. And I think we're on Lena. My question is, what is coming towards me in the next 2 months? Another 2-month question. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, let's use this one.
You're welcome, Jackie.
Whoa. Hey, you're welcome.
Are you on top of the Lenormand? No.
No, I'm trying to keep it away from him, so sorry. Hey, Violet Ann. Good to see you. All right. Ooh. Hold on, let me get Violet Ann on the list.
He is.
He's chill. Well, this is not so chill. We have the Tower reversed as the first card for Lena. Hey, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. God, they're all reversed. And the Page of Cups
Yeah,
reversed.
that's what I had last time.
What's up with this?
Page of Cups.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lenormand, the bear shows up, and the ship.
Well, I was ready to say that I thought this was more relationship oriented. I mean, for no real good reason other than the Page of,
Cups over
Cups
there,
is
yeah.
here. But I wonder now if it's something else with the bear showing up. This could have to do with your financial stability and security, Lena. That something happens. Something might disrupt your plans or your goals. That could affect you on a financial level, I think. It could be, with the job cutback. It could be some unexpected expenses. Often the Tower talks about things that just come crumbling down. Maybe it's something you should have taken care of, like a car or, a home repair or whatever, and now it's going to cost you. And I think with the Nine of Pentacles reversed here, that could indicate something on the home front to me. It could, but it could also relate again to your financial well-being. You're just not feeling you're where you want to be. And it's basically because you've received some disappointing news. I'll stop there.
Right. This is the Nine of Cups?
Yeah. Oh, is that the Nine of Cups? I thought it was the Page.
I'm sorry, Page of Cups. Yeah. I meant that.
That's why I said that.
Yes, I sort of feel like this Page of Cups is kind of a key idea here, and it may be something that just is sort of kind of distracting you in a way, or it's putting you in a fog of thought that is precluding you understanding other things going on. Maybe it's not like it's a total game stopper for you, but maybe there's just worries or concerns there. It may be the news that is about this situation, that there's something you've been trying to take care of, but it just really doesn't want that, and it may be that you should be strong enough to let this idea go, and learn the lesson rather than repeating a mistake all the time. Right. There. And I feel, that you could move towards that direction, but it still feels like you have to maybe have that experience of understanding what you're losing before you fully integrate this idea. Right.
I like that. The only thing I would say about the Lenormand is, see, there's the ship and there's the bear, and the bear, one of the things the bear can be associated with is financial stability and, security and everything being in a comfortable space. But with the ship there, I'm wondering here if it's meaning, because of these negative cards that I've seen, that it's meaning that things are moving and not in maybe a direction that empowers things, so I would say, too, that the message from the Lenormand might be you will have to make some moves in order to shore up your financial well-being, whatever it is. Will you have to get a second job? Will you have to work more hours? Whatever the case may be.
I agree with that. I think...
Or get a loan to help you out.
There's something that you need to embrace in terms of maybe the actual lessons or steps you need to be taking. So good luck with that. Hopefully that's coming in the next several months or so.
Well, good luck with that. Yes, I hope it straightens out.
And I see Diksha has joined us.
Yep.
Hi, Diksha.
Hi, Diksha.
All right, so Siama is up for a general reading. Hi, Siama. And I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot. Excuse me. I'm all choked up.
I don't know, Violet. Whenever I see myself on screen with this pointy hat, I think it's a shark fin.
Pride shark.
Pride shark. I don't know. I'm ready for Shark Month or whatever it is.
Okay, general reading for Siama.
Da, 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 da. I don't know, Violet. I know you like them, but sharks kind of creep me out.
The Nine of Wands upright, and it's a beautiful near Phoenix-like kind of idea there with that. Our second card is the reversed Five of Pentacles.
What was the first one?
The Nine of Wands.
Okay.
Upright.
The 9. Okay.
And then finally, it's the upright Eight of Cups.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's another story there for sure. I haven't even
so.
looked at this yet.
And we have in Lenormand the Tower.
Well, this is
and
interesting.
the
This is for
Fox.
Siama, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a general reading.
Well, Siama, what is going on here? I mean, I'm wondering here if some shakeup is going to happen with your financial well-being or possibly your career, or you're trying to find some place to really hang your hat here. It seems like you need to prepare yourself possibly for some shifts, some financial shifts that may not be advantageous right now. But I think the good news is in that card there, which I'm forgetting, I have my bearings. Well,
Which one? The Eight of Cups?
the Eight of Cups, that's right. That's right. That's why I thought it was telling me a story. I think here you're preparing, though, to move on to better things. It's almost as if maybe you're realizing that something may not work out for you as you had hoped, and you're going to be ready to move on to something that will feel much more secure to you, maybe, but also just better for you. It's almost as if you're aiming higher than where you are now, because it seems like you feel, in a way, if this is a workplace or a work environment, you may feel right now like you're a fish out of water, that you don't fit. You don't belong. But I have a feeling something's going to change. Either you're going to move on from there, or you're going to be able to rise above it. Because that's a card of rising above, too.
Or a shark out of water?
Shark out of water.
I don't know how to do that. Hi, Viddy. Hi, Ari the Aries.
Making it. We're getting tighter.
All right. So, Siama, I like the Nine of Wands. I sort of think there's a sense of, like Banshee said, being prepared, but it also looks really like a sense of confidence in that preparation. Like you really feel you're ready to take on what's happening, generally speaking. And the Five of Pentacles is a good card too, because I believe it says there's something that's sort of re-engaging you in a way.
Oh, is the Five reversed?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shoot. I read it like it was upright. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
That's all right. That was me.
It's sort of like you're re-engaging with this process maybe after a while. Like maybe you felt, sort of distance from it, but now you're using some of that strength you're finding or sense of purpose to re-engage with where you felt maybe you were, disengaged, and ultimately move towards what you feel is what your goals should be.
Well, I feel like I got to take some of this back,
Sure.
Siama. I feel here that you are preparing to re-engage and reconnect, with people maybe in your field of endeavor. It seems like you're looking for a healing, a fresh start of some sort. And I think here with the page of
Eight of Cups?
the Eight of Cups, that things, this is going to take you up a level. This is going to take you up a level. And now it really does make sense to me, because you have the Fox here and you have the Tower. It's almost as if you're really, not necessarily, I don't want to say fitting in, but you're engaging well with your work, and it seems as though you found a place, or you will find a place that will be really good for your development as, in your field.
It's like something clicked and you realized that you could work smarter, as the saying goes, work smarter, not faster, to be more clever in the situation. And now I do get the feel like that more overall it is career or work related.
I think it is.
So I think like you're going to find purpose where maybe it was a little challenged, or where you felt like, you were being kept from that ambition in a way, perhaps. Like maybe it's now open to you an opportunity.
I think this job is preparing you to be ready to move higher. And you're just going to feel very comfortable there. It just looks like everything is starting to click. Maybe, you might have got off to a little bit of a rocky start here, but I think that everything is going to start to click if it hasn't already.
All right.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, Sammy.
I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but did you just recently start a job? I don't know. I'm wondering. But anyway,
There was somebody,
good luck
but I
with
don't think it was Sayama.
that. Okay.
All right, so yeah, we're getting there, and we're just going to kind of gauge it and see. Really, to me, it depends on how many are left when we're somewhere around that last half hour.
Yep.
That may determine how many more we can take. But we're going to just play it and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it
Thanks
goes
for
for
the
now.
update.
For now, it's early yet.
Thanks for
But
the update.
I'm noticing we are filling up now, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, so Libra is up, and Libra wants to know if the father of a child should move out of state for a new opportunity. Thanks for the update, too.
How do we want to do that? Should we do a yes, no on that? You're welcome, Siama.
You are welcome. I don't know. What do you think?
I think I should do 3 cards. We
And
may
then-
need to do a yes.
Right,
No.
our caveat is we could do a quick yes or no.
Just want to see. So I thought at first maybe I should just do the yes, no, but I want to see what factors might come up here, I think. And the yes, no doesn't always do that, as I found out with the reading I did for myself earlier.
True that. Do you mind if I get some water or liquid?
You could, but I'm not ready yet.
No, for me.
Well, for you. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I may go for you later, but
I will need to get some. I gotta
I
drink
need
more.
it
As a
for
matter of
me.
fact, let me just grab a sip right now.
Liquido.
Okay. Well, the first card I draw, Libra, on this question.
Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. I think we needed this nuance. It's the Ten of Cups reversed.
Uh-huh.
It's the Two of Swords reversed. And it's the Sun. What is this? Reversed. What's going on here? Okay, they are not all reversed. But a number of them are, as a matter of fact. Go on.
The whip and the tree, which I think are interesting. Alrighty.
Okay, they're not all reversed. Yeah, I don't know. My answer would be this is going to affect things
Yeah.
a little bit. Either the relationship with your son, or
his
with
relationship
you,
with his father.
because the
Cups.
Ten of Cups here indicates some family disharmony or separation. And look you've got the Two of Swords there. I think it's based specifically on this move.
Right, because it is about moving into another direction.
And the Sun is here reversed. But one thing I want to remind you about the Sun, Libra, is that upright or reversed, it's not really a terrible card, but it does reflect some disappointment and some things that will have to be worked through. It's not, it will affect things. It will affect things somewhat adversely. And with the tree and the whip, again, that almost seems like there's something shocking the family unit, so to
Well, it's
speak.
like it's some opportunity that if the father of the child gets the go-ahead, he has to move quickly on it. And that maybe there is a sense of really some growth for them, that person doing that, or that it is, something. I don't know if this changes any dynamics down the road, changes of custody, anything like that.
Well,
But it's-
financial support, but
Right.
not just that. The emotional support. Will he be there? For the child and things like that. So I think there's a real issue here with family harmony, and so maybe if I'm not going to say it's insurmountable, you definitely are showing that there are problems here. So maybe try to figure out the issues that could impact things, and try to work this out, as best you can. I think it will definitely affect things. I mean, obviously, he's got to live his own life and do what he needs to do, but
it's finding a balance, because it seems like it's probably an opportunity that's really good for him, but that they have to decide, the other part of that is their family life, their relationship with their child, etc.
Right. The tree is often about family stuff, but if I want to look at this another way too, the tree is about growth. So the tree could be saying this growth, this thing he wants to pursue, could cause problems, could cause arguments, could cause issues, because that's the whip.
You're welcome, and unfortunately we can't, give you any better advice than that, or tell you more than that. It does seem like it's going to just be interesting no matter what happens.
Well, I think, forewarned is forearmed. I mean,
Sure.
It may happen. You've got to assume it could happen. And so just try to see if you can, get some questions answered on how this will affect relationships, and stuff like that, and material support, etc. And try to get some commitments if you can. Good luck with that.
So we are on Benita, who asks, what can I expect in love or relationships?
All right, are you on my little thing for this? I know I had one. I think you are, but now I can't find it.
What is it?
It's a little thing I wrapped around the cards to keep them together. Oh, well, okay.
You might be on it, I don't know.
It's all right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that one didn't have one. I thought that one did. Okay. Okay, love and relationships. Let's see.
You know who I'm thinking about? Your Aunt Clara.
Because I mentioned her the other day?
Yes.
I did.
Aunt Clara was the first of her many aunties who immediately liked me. They all came along eventually. One or two a little slower than
But
the others.
then again, Aunt Clara was a little strange.
I like it.
I liked her. She was a sweetheart. All right.
Two of Wands reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. What is it with the reverses? And the Knave or Page of Cups chalices reversed.
Well, that's crazy, especially when you see this.
Uh-oh. The Ring. Oh. The bouquet. Yeah, I know. They're almost at opposition to each other.
Well, talk about some mixed signals here, Bonita.
Two of Wands reversed. The Ten of Swords might
I don't know
serve
if you are seeing anybody right now. That might make a difference in this reading here to me. But let's say you're not and you're wondering if somebody is coming towards you. If so, I think this person might have just come out of a very difficult relationship. That's kind of what I'm getting the feeling of here. And so they might be very, very quick to try to get a commitment out of you of some sort and get really tight with you right away. But I would caution you here, if this is the case, to be very careful with this, because some people get on the rebound and they're not thinking very clearly. They're looking for support. They're looking for emotional stability in their lives, and they're thinking getting in another relationship right away and committing is the way to go. Take things light. Take things easy. I'm giving a very generic overview of these cards here, but that Ten of Swords to me indicates somebody is healing from a bad experience.
Yeah, I get that too, and that if it's not necessarily the person who may be coming towards you, that it could be yourself, that maybe, you're moving from a point where that informed you. It might not have been very recent, it might have been a while ago, but maybe the sense of getting away from, a bad relationship, and maybe it was somebody who was just immature emotionally. That could be the Page of Cups reversed. Maybe that's what that is. But it could just also signify what is to come, too. So there's a little bit of a vagary here that you, like Banshee says, you might want to watch for those as possible red flags or things to consider. Move slowly is almost always the best option when you're dealing yourself or with others who sort of have some emotional baggage or issues that they still haven't kind of resolved. The Two of Wands could be indicating that there's somebody is maybe by choice or otherwise moving in a new direction, one that maybe is challenging to them or that they didn't expect.
So I don't know, lately it's really funny because even with my material matters, I've been seeing two sides to the cards. And so I'm going to throw this at you too, Benita, because it just occurred to me as I look at all of this, and you said you're not in a relationship right now. So some of what I said could apply, that if somebody is coming your way, it looks as though they're too quick to want to commit. And that to me is a red flag, like he said.
Yeah.
But the bottom line to me too is I'm looking here at this another way. And I'm looking at the Lenormand first and thinking to myself, you might be very happy if you could find a nice, committed, stable relationship right now. But the tarot cards are indicating not yet, because, it just seems like there's some emotional turbulence going on, or maybe just things not getting off the ground with relationships. That would be the Page of Cups in that way. And maybe more healing or more time to just get your bearings on what you truly want. I could combine that Ten of Swords with that Two of Wands here and say that, maybe you really need to think of more, what do I really want? What do I really want in life right now? Do I want something that's just casual and carefree, just some companionship, or do I really want a committed relationship right now?
I like how you put that into the context that maybe the Lenormand really speaks to what your goals or your desires are, that these other things are how it looks stacking up with that. Having said that, I think that the Two of Wands does sort of promote the idea that there is some sort of time passage as these things are clicking into place, and that, moving away from bad things or moving towards things that you expect or otherwise will still take a certain amount of time.
And so, like sometimes the tarot is very, very clear. You can say, bam, bam, bam. This is it. I think we had that kind of reading with Libra just a moment ago.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sometimes the tarot leaves it a little bit ambiguous. And so I'm thinking, okay, if you're looking for love, if you're interested in love, something could be coming your way, but it may not be that great. Or vice versa, that this is a time for you to really clarify your intentions on what it is you truly want. What would serve you best right now? And there may be a true desire for a committed relationship, but right now, is that really the best thing for you?
Good luck.
So good luck with that.
Alrighty. And we're up with Anthony. Hey, Anthony.
So feel free to ask again. I know these things sometimes can be a little wishy-washy, Benita, but there may be reasons for that.
Anthony's looking for a general for the week ahead.
Hey, Anthony, did you feel any earthquake activity? I heard there was maybe 3 or 4 last night, or in the early morning hours in California. They were small, like 3 point whatever. Let's see what that... Oh, I pulled the astrology one. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where they were exactly. It seemed kind of vague. They were also talking about a little tremor in Ohio that happened too.
You're like me. I sleep like
Oh
the
gosh,
dead.
yeah, he probably would. It would have to be a real rumble to wake him up. Oops. Well, Anthony, you've got the Four of Wands, the TFT's unofficial party card.
Woohoo!
Upright. Finally, an upright card. And here's that. It's really interesting to me. We've gotten this this is the third time. The Two of Swords reversed.
Huh. Look at that.
Oh, and the King of Pentacles reversed. She's Pete's.
Oh, okay.
Well, Anthony.
In the Lenormand, our first one was the Lily. And it was followed by the Whip. So there's sort of like a somewhat contradiction in terms.
A little bit.
A little bit, you know.
I think here that you're just very happy with where things are going in some ways. There's happiness, there's a sense of, you know, stepping back a little bit and now savoring, you know, a victory or some success you've had or how far you've come. But, you know, with the Four of Wands, it's like a foundation has been put in place, but now it's, you know, soon it will be time to take it further. And that's maybe the Two of Swords here reversed is, you know, the time will come where soon that you're going to have to get a move on, you know, and you're going to have to be motivated to do stuff. And that's where I'm worried. That's where that King of Pentacles comes in reversed. And it's saying here, you know, this is no time to slack off now. This is a time that you really are going to have to be more motivated, more on point, and focused than ever. And the King of Pentacles reversed is kind of indicating, kind of an attitude about that. We'd rather stay in this party atmosphere.
Well, I wonder if this is about the recent promotion. It's been a couple of weeks now. And so moving ahead, looking at the next week, there's sort of maybe some mixed signals. Like maybe some are saying like, yes, enjoy this, you've arrived, blah, blah, blah. And then some are others saying, don't forget to do these things, you know, don't forget to keep up this end. And so you're sort of falling in the middle of saying, you know, exactly where is my direction, or you're formulating it, but you still have those twin ideas there of people who want to enjoy this or celebrate this, but also not to lose sight that there's some work involved here. And of course, if I take the extrapolation into the Lenormand, it's almost the same thing. It's sort of like saying, hurry up, but take time to smell some flowers.
Right. It's really funny. It's almost as if it's saying, well, you've had a victory, you've had some chance to take it all in, soak it all in. Now's the time to get a move on, and instead of slacking off, show them what you got. Because with that Lenormand, I will say this is kind of, why am I grabbing the fish? This is kind of what I see here. I kind of think that there's an expectation here for you to grow very quickly into this position. Okay, that's why in a way I do think it might be about this, you know, this promotion. There's an expectation here that you should just be able to make moves and be, you know, be on point. So
despite the mixed signals, realize that there is an undercurrent that says, you know, this isn't a time to, you know, be totally slack, you know.
Yeah, that's
be
all.
About business.
The only other thing I could say, if I had to say anything else, is maybe this is reflective of somebody you're working with. Somebody who seems very slow to respond to things, somebody who just seems to be a bit of a slacker of sorts, or very disorganized. So you might have to maybe, you know, deal with a situation that in a way is kind of impinging on, you know, when I look at the Lenormand, is causing some friction with your ability to develop into this position. So if that resonates
That's
with
an
you, that
interesting
might
thought,
be
yeah.
it too. But that's what I kind of see. It looks like the focus is on this job right now. I think you had another reading recently that seemed to go in this, in a direction relating to that too. And we've been getting a lot of that today. A lot of with career and financial so far. So I don't know what it is. And plus this Two of Swords. I think that there's just, in a lot of people's lives right now, this is a period of movement and decision making. And speaking of decision making, Violet, well, I do like it, but I have a lot of old schoolish decks. I have one of the most old schoolish Lenormands. I've got a real old one that my aunts used to have. And, and it's nice that they are a pair. I do like that idea. But I think I'm going to hold off on that one. I think that one will be around for a while. So I got other fish to fry, and I'm trying to
You're welcome.
lighten up my deck buying a little bit.
Yes. Mr. O is declaring a moratorium.
Well, you can't stop me from Denise Lynn, or not Denise Lynn, Colette Baron Reed, and the deck that's coming out for, is it Mabon? I think Mabon's deck is coming out.
Is this...
No, that's the latest, but
Yeah.
Mabon is coming out too.
I thought there was already a Maybon one, no?
Well then maybe it's Lugnasad.
I don't know.
It's Lugnasad then. Sorry.
You mean you're going to buy it for her? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, if anybody wants to buy me those decks, I won't refuse them.
She won't.
But
The
I
only
think he was
problem is
talking
that
about
you're
you having an excuse to buy decks.
Ah, well, I don't know. I'm not quite the same kind of collector she is, so...
Only
but I
with
have
comic
plenty.
books, Anthony. Only
plenty.
with comic books.
That's not really true either. I don't really buy that many comics
But
anymore.
he still buys them and collects them. Okay, should I say only with dolls?
Even that's hardly true anymore.
Okay, so I'm lightening up a little. I think the deck is yours this time, isn't it?
Yeah. Ari the Aries wants to change her question. That's fine.
That's fine.
All right.
Maybe. Sherry's up, right? Sherry wanted
yes,
a
it
general
is.
reading for June.
Okay. I'm going to use the star spinner.
All right. Well, because if I buy any deck coming up and coming, a tarot, it'll probably be the MJ Cullinane one in the fall. I don't have anything else that's pressing or burning tarot-wise, just these couple of oracles that are coming out.
Sonny looks like he's in a trance over there.
You know what? I couldn't come downstairs right away when I was laying there upstairs because after you left, he came and snuggled so close to me and he was purring like crazy. He's such an adorable guy.
All right, so Sherry asked for a general for June, and our first card is Temperance, and it's upright, so it's a pretty card. Definitely want that one. And then our next card is the reversed Wheel of Fortune. And it's kind of funny because you wouldn't really know it's reversed. They're literally a mirror image, the angel or angelic beings that are sort of in a tumble there. But of course it is reversed. And then it's another reversed. It's the King of Chalices, the King of Cups.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Hold on.
oh dear, what do you got? You have a ship in Lenormand and the bear.
Well,
So it starts off good. Sorry.
Yeah, it started off really great, and then what happened? So I think here, what this is saying, Sherry, June might be a little bit of a turbulent month where things may not be going completely your way. It almost, it's one of those months where you sort of feel like, what does the universe have against me, right? Why are these things going wrong? It just seems as though you can't seem to get your footing. And what is that one again?
It's the reverse King of Chalices.
Yeah, and this could have to do with relationships with people. I'm not going to rule that out. But whatever it is affecting you emotionally. That's where temperance comes in. And temperance is saying, look, we all have these periods of time where we struggle, things just don't seem to be going our way, but let's try to keep a balanced perspective about it here. The more you can keep your emotions in check, regardless of what's trying to get under your skin in June, Sherry, and it could have to do with just people, like, for example, workplace gossip or, drama, or, just drama in your interpersonal relationships. Whatever is trying to get under your skin, just try to brush it off. Do the best you can to maintain a sense of balance and stability. Do things that will, calm you down.
Well, the key card is that center Wheel of Fortune reversed. And I think that there's something really about the idea of a cycle going on here, and that maybe you'll realize, or if you don't already know, that this is a cycle that maybe is taking place and will have a limited turn. This may have something to do with some of the other issues you have in your life, which you've mentioned from time to time, and that once you get through this, anything that seemed to be unexpected will more or less be understood. But I think it is saying that you will have to find, a sense of maintaining your own balance when you feel like things are just a little bit out of balance or that the cycle is unexpected. You'll have to work a little harder at maintaining that, and a lot of that will affect you emotionally, that you will feel maybe there's things that are just going to kind of drive you crazy and make you feel like you are emotionally bereft. You're going to just have to try to find your strength. Like I said, the temperance, the bear indicates strength will be yours. It's mostly arriving at another point of view. Taking the ship is also a metaphor for maybe a mental, view of going somewhere where you can really reason it out.
So that being the Page of Cups, right?
No, I said it was the King.
Oh, the King of Cups. That's right. So see, something's trying to throw you off your emotional game. And I feel here you are stronger than that. You do have the panda here, the bear. And all I can say is don't let other people, how should I say, affect you to the point where you feel you have to stand down. This is saying, I feel here, make your moves with strength and persevere and stand your ground. I don't know why. When I saw the bear and the ship here, which the ship is about movement, I'm thinking here, stand your ground. Don't allow them to sway you, in a bad way. In other words, well, if I'm making people unhappy, I guess I have to do what makes them happy. No, you don't have to do that. Unless, of course, you realize, well, this isn't even good for me to do this. If it's good for you, then stand your ground, That's kind of the way I feel here. And good luck with that. And I want to remind you too, Sherry, that this probably is only for the month of June, because the Wheel of Fortune is constantly cycling. So it's just saying that June is not going to be favored. It's going to stress you out a little bit emotionally.
I don't know why, but I feel like this is something that maybe you've occurred before. It's a cycle you've gone through. Maybe not always in June, but maybe something that has occurred before. And so if you don't realize it now, you'll realize it, and you'll realize that, of course, it's something you'll be able to get through. It's just, discomforting at the moment. Good luck.
All right, so we are on Victoria now. Hi, Victoria.
Victoria.
My question, been chatting with a fire captain. What are the romantic possibilities? Ooh.
Did you check out his fire hose?
Oh, man. Oh,
I can't believe I said that.
I hope you're not here to hear that one, Victoria. Oh my goodness. Is it mine or yours?
It's mine. I should take myself off camera because I'm a little embarrassed I said that. I'm sorry.
You should be.
Ooh.
Well, but you know what? I'm going to use my Radiant Wilds Tarot since Fire Chief might be hot. All right. I don't know what to do with
Good
this.
thing I didn't talk about, that other thing that's, in the firehouse usually that they, have to engage with.
Are you talking about the fire pole?
You said it, not me.
Fire hose.
Uh-oh.
Kara, don't feed the troll here.
Kabasi.
Don't feed the troll. Oh, Mr. O. All right. It's really odd that a lot of our cards have not been too kind today. I noticed that our cards of the day for social media for the week ahead are a bit brighter for the most part. So I'm kind of surprised
I
by
got
this.
your answer right here in the Lenormand, Victoria.
Oh, don't tell me the mice are there.
Oh no, not the mice.
Well, let's get wild with the Radiant Wild Tarot. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't bad. It's the Four of Cups reversed. It's the Two of Pentacles upright. And it's the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Not too happy about that. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to say
Save us.
that maybe there's a sense that he's coming back into the dating picture. That's the Four of Swords reversed. But
That's the Four of Cups.
oh, I'm sorry.
I said
Okay,
that.
strike that then. Okay. So in Lenormand, well, here's all you need to know. You're going to want to take child steps. There's the child. Because he's a dog. He's a dog. Well, okay, maybe he would be a good friend more than you know what, but who knows, right?
It could develop in time, but there are some issues here. Let's take a look at this. I mean, I could look at this Four of Cups two ways. One, of course, is there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity for something to happen or develop.
Yeah.
That's on the positive note here.
Yeah.
And I feel here there's something balancing about this person. I don't know if it's an astrological thing, I don't know if you've already scoped that out, Victoria, but there's some balance thing going on here where he could provide some balance and stability to your life in some way, or vice versa. I like this, but that Seven of Pentacles makes me wonder here. On the best case scenario, I would say this. You have to work at this one. You have to work at this one to make something happen. It's not impossible, but, if you really want to pursue this, you're going to have to work at it. And like Mr. O said, sorry I'm going through the whole thing, but Bamo, like Mr. O said, it may take time. You should try to take baby steps here and develop a good friendship with this person, a companionship with this person, because I think there's potential for growth.
It's completely about that, and rather than seeing this as maybe being something wobbly, the Seven of Pentacles is really about the idea of nurturing something and growing it. And so the thing is that this does have a potential to be a wonderful friendship, if not anything more. It could be more. But it's really the kind of thing that can't be rushed necessarily. So, and you could be exclusively friends that haven't quite made that final step. You could be very exclusive friends on that level incredibly close. Who knows? I don't know what you're like when you're dating. I don't know what the fireman might be like when he's dating.
So go to karaoke together or whatever this person likes to do, or if you have shared interests, focus on that and see if you can't, get this person to be a good companion for you right now. I think there's potential here. And the thing about the Seven of Pentacles is this. When it's upright, you're debating what more could you do here? What more do you need to do? When it's reversed, it's time to either get back to work on something or let it go. So just say, I'm done with it. And so the thing here is, if this is really something worth pursuing, if you see that you're really gelling together, clicking like this Two of Pentacles might indicate, then, and this is there's opportunities, then you need to put in the work. You need to try to work it, Victoria, and make it happen.
I don't know about the fire truck, but or the truck, but hot time, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirty and gritty.
So, wow, I think there's, like I said, slow growth potential here. Don't write it off. See if you can't develop something here. Good luck with that.
All right. And Cindy is up. Hey, Cindy.
Cindy, are you here?
Well, we have their question.
Oh, awesome.
Would like to know why my brunette friend no longer talks to me overnight.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. I'm going to grab. Hi, Cindy.
Here you are. Good to see you.
Spheres of Heaven Tarot, which is a newer one for me. I like it. It's a little bit plain with the pips, but there's something really calming about it. I just kind of like it.
I like some of my simpler decks too, and I was thinking of bringing some of them out again.
It reminds me of a calmer, wild Radiant in a way, because it just sort of has that feel. I can't explain it exactly.
But you have so many decks,
You're
and it's
welcome.
like what to use. I'm so tempted to use certain ones in the summer months. I'm going to switch them up for next week. But, we didn't announce it again, but we are going to have a promo out to remind people we will not be here this Thursday. Mr. Owen's got a little trip he's taking, and Saturday there'll be no happy hour. But we will be back next Sunday. So
yeah, we'll be back in a week.
Big schedule change.
Our regular recorded shows will play on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
But no happy hour, no Thursday night show. And I believe we'll be doing all the cards of the day and the oracles for each day.
All that'll be coming out. And if you're following us on social media and using the beautiful Voice Vision Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, it's just beautiful. And some of the cards that I picked are some of the most, or that we picked, we drew for the week ahead, are really beautiful.
Something
That's all I'll
tells
tell
me
you
we should
about
do
it.
your 1, 2, 3 reading.
Oh, I don't know.
Why my brunette friend no longer talks to me overnight. Why that's important, where it leads to.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So card
I'm
1.
going to try it.
Why does your friend no longer talk to you? And wow, I call this one. It's the King of Cups reversed. There's something about this friendship. They're not happy for some reason. It may be about your relationship. It may be something that is really harsh for them right now. The King of Cups, maybe sometimes it can represent a person who feels, emotionally speaking, you owe them a certain level of respect or something different, and maybe they feel hurt if you didn't take their advice or if you did something differently.
You know what I'm feeling about this right now, Cindy? I think they're detached. They're detached from their emotions right now. They may not even realize or care, let's just put it that way, that it could be affecting you that way. So, and it might be because of other things in their life, but let's see what the cards say. Why is this important?
And it's the upright Two of Pentacles. And it almost makes me wonder one of two things. That either they really feel they have to focus on balancing their lives, that something feels so unbalanced in their lives right now that they can't seem to focus anywhere else on that. Or maybe they feel this in a way about their relationship with you, that they sort of feel they've run a course to some degree.
Is that the Two of Pentacles reversed?
I thought it was.
I
didn't say it was reversed. They said it was upright.
It's upright. Well, I
It's
think
a
why
balance
this is
issue.
important is that, yeah, I don't,
Did you hear what I said?
sort of, but
Okay.
I don't know what I want to say about that. I think that what I want to say about that is that they're seeking balance in their life right now.
That's what I
You
said.
probably have said that way. And
To the exclusion of other things.
to the exclusion of other things, there's something in their lives they're dealing with and they're putting back to in balance. Maybe also they're trying to seek some perspective in this relationship here. Maybe they've been feeling that they've been spending too much time, talking to you at the expense of other things. I'm just wondering.
I appreciate the feedback so far. Okay, so where is this leading to? It's the Star reversed.
Well, it's disappointing.
It's disappointing.
It sounds like it might be continuing for a while. You may feel that there's no future here anymore.
Or they feel something like this.
It's possible. It's possible maybe that's why they are. Maybe they feel like, the future does not look bright here for some reason.
Are they ill? Do they have maybe some significant problem that they haven't been able to speak about? Maybe it's a
I
health
can't
thing.
rule that out, that there's
Yeah.
something imbalanced in their life that, has pulled them away and they don't want to bring you into this. That's possible. Let's take a look at this and see if we can add some nuance here. And I thought it was very interesting, this combination.
So it's the child. And it's the gentleman. Okay, there's probably more than one way we could look at this, right?
There is. I think they might be slow to, get things back together, to be in touch with you, if at all. I feel here that they may be acting a bit immaturely right now. I don't know if something may have been said that might have set them off, or maybe taken the wrong way, or if there's something else going on in their lives that has slowed them down to the point that they're just not communicating.
Do
right
they have a child that they are seriously concerned about for some reason? Could be an adult child, could be a younger child, but somebody that maybe these problems reflect back onto them, that they're trying to stabilize the relationship or the situation, or that there's something, the child is very estranged from them, causing this demeanor of the King of Cups. Just a thought. Maybe it's something that they can't really share either, so you don't really know exactly what that is.
Yeah, I don't know how open and honest you guys are with each other, but there may be something they feel there may be something they're keeping from you. And it may have to do with this, like I said, this lack of balance. With the Star reversed, it just seems like things are very unclear right now. Like the destiny of where this is headed is really undeterminable right now, It's not looking positive at the moment.
Okay, so it's not about a child.
Okay. It's not looking positive at the moment. So I think here they're moving very slowly and deliberately for some reason. And I'm not sure that's about to change anytime soon. So you might want to come back and ask again in a few weeks and just see, if nothing has changed, come back and ask in a few weeks and we'll see if the cards get any clearer about this.
Everybody deals with certain kinds of emotional problems differently, and people like me, Scorpios.
Oh my gosh, she blocked you too. They're having some emotional issues. That's what I really think here.
Well, we're
Wow.
sorry about that.
So sad. That's really a shame. I hate when people do that. Why do you block somebody you talked to for so long? What's the point here? Or was that your goal all along, just to lead somebody along and then bam? It's so strange to me that, they wouldn't even tell you why. But apparently they're just trying to focus maybe on some other issues that they have in their lives, or maybe they felt that this was draining them for some reason. I don't know. I wish
We're gonna
you
have to
luck.
let it go.
Wow. And hey, if you ever need anybody to talk to, you know where to find me. You take care.
All right, so Freya is up, and Freya wants to know about a message from, Kara wants to know about Freya's message. What does Freya have for you?
People are too swift with that darn block button. That's my opinion. I mean, there are some people following me that I wonder why am I like, they're so anathema to what I believe politically and otherwise, but I'm kind of like, well, if they see some value in following me and they're not causing me any trouble, why am I going to block them? But some people will block people immediately for that, and I just don't see the reason. We're all entitled to our own opinions, whatever they are, and our own way of living.
Climb down from the soapbox and get ready to do another reading.
All right. I guess I'll give you
Yes, I've been
that.
waiting for it. What does the goddess Freya have for Kara?
Okay, what deck do I use for Freya? Let's see. We'll use this fancy one. What does Freya have for Kara? Will that be my reading too then? I think so.
Yes, I think so.
You know, at that too, if you're still here, Cindy, I just want to say
You're welcome.
that Two of Pentacles may feel they just didn't see the balance and the stability between the two of you anymore. That may be why the reason they did it. I'm thinking about that two being there and what that could indicate. And, you know, that doesn't mean they're right in doing what they did, but they did it.
You're welcome.
Oops, just did that backwards. Well, thank goodness, Kara. Freya's giving you the Empress. How bright. So what does Freya have for you?
You're going to get pregnant. No, you're not.
Well, you're going to birth something, clearly. Freya has a birth for you, something new, a new goal, a new initiative, something where you could apply your creative talents to. I think here this is a time Freya is calling you out and saying it's time to create something, Kara. Create something new in your life.
I bet.
And what do you have to add to that? Anything?
Sure.
Hi, Divine.
I think Freya wants you to be productive in a way that you haven't been before. I think it's about a higher calling of some sort. I think Freya feels there is something that is specifically suited to your talents or to talents you can actually develop.
Ooh. So
Love and hugs.
why is this important? The moon is upright.
Ah.
Well, I could look at this a lot of ways because maybe you feel that things have been uncertain and Freya wants to, well, or maybe actually, I take that back. I think that maybe this is going to, because Freya wants you to use your intuitive abilities more. Maybe this is something to do with divination or, something where it will call upon you to use your intuitive abilities or imagination more.
Well, a lot of times the moon has specific meaning for us in the polytheistic world. Maybe Freya wants you to commit to doing more regular, secular kinds of services with her, just simple things, acknowledgments or affirmations. But I think it's also possible, too, that, in a sense, this is just about the nature of cycles, too, in general, and that maybe there's an idea that Freya wants you to understand nature at a different level and about growth, and realize that your growth is not going to happen like that, that there may be cycles, many moons as you move along.
Yeah, so I like that. I also think that maybe Freya is saying, oh, I had a thought again and I lost it. This is bad. I think my mind is a little scattered because of worrying about my procedure and stuff this week.
Excuse me.
I think that this is also going to, maybe Freya wants you to also plumb the depths a little bit more. Freya really thinks you're capable of a lot more, Kara, and so she wants you to be able to plumb the depths and go where you may have not gone before.
Ooh, I like that.
That's what I wanted
Where will
to
this
say.
lead?
Well, where will it lead indeed? Probably into the depths because the sun is reversed. The sun is setting. I think what this is saying is where it's leading is to maybe some uncharted territory. I think here the sun is never bad when it's reversed. I think what it's saying is that this is going to challenge you a bit in ways maybe you haven't challenged yourself before. And that ultimately is healthy. Whether you succeed to a great degree, I think what this is saying is you might succeed to a smaller degree, and in that you are building character. You're building character by stepping outside the bounds of your comfort zone a little bit, going out there with some creative pursuit or idea, diving deep on this, and it's good for you. It's healthy for you.
It could be exploring the underworld. It could be diving deep.
Nice.
To where the fishies lie.
Good. Oh, wow.
But that was our second card. The first one was the book. But maybe that's saying that, what you have to discover is that your success is somewhere submerged, in a sense, and you'll need to find it and pull it back up to the surface.
I feel like what this is saying, too, is because the fish is about
You're welcome, Sherry.
Abundance. There is an abundance, Kara, of wisdom that you can receive by taking this path.
Ooh, I like that too.
So, sometimes we go into something and we're really nervous about it. We don't have the skills, we don't have the talents, or this is way above and beyond what I normally do. But there's an abundance of learning to be gained by testing those waters, And so I think that Freya's issuing sort of a challenge to you. How deep do you want to swim, Kara? That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And we are on Violet Ann.
Hey, Violet Ann. And hi, Divine. Love and hugs to you, too. We don't see you as often, so we definitely missed you.
So it's a love question. When is love coming into her life? I think I have my deck here, my timing deck. We could use that.
Okay, and I'm going to use, despite all possible reason, my Murder of the Crows tarot.
Sheesh.
Well, I brought it out because I wanted to use it.
Are you just hoping there'll be less reversed cards?
I have no idea what I'm hoping.
We both had our share. Holy cow.
True that.
I'm going to have to really sage these decks or something.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're literally at the opposite side of the world from us, so time's got to be pretty different now. Hey, Sunny.
Well, it's good to see you when you can get here, Divine.
All right, so are we doing
I
just
think
3
cards.
All righty. Violet Ann's question is,
When?
when is love coming? And card 1, Ace of Pentacles.
Ooh. And that's upright.
Upright. Card 2, the reversed Chariot. Card 3, the upright 5 of Swords.
Ah.
I know.
What?
Don't like that one. So we started off kind of nice with the Ace of Pentacles.
Didn't it now?
But this, let's go with here. So here is the gentleman. He's got antlers. And here is the bear. No antlers there. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles usually talks about beginnings that are not necessarily related to emotional ventures, and more be likely that this is saying, there's something going on materially. So this could be, about things that connote building in certain ways. I mean, it doesn't necessarily preclude any kind of relationships, but it's probably more likely about material matters in your life.
What is that one?
The Chariot reversed.
Yeah. Well, it sure seems like it's a struggle getting things moving in the romance department, Violet Ann. With the Chariot reversed here, it just seems like things keep stalling. You want something new to happen or develop, and maybe there's been a date or two. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it just seems like nothing really sprouts and grows in the right direction. And I feel here, you might be getting very aggressive in your pursuit of this, or wanting to be, and that may not serve you well at this point. The other thing I would say is this, because I'm a little concerned here that maybe something new could be coming, but this person is going to want to move very aggressively and may seem to have ulterior motives that are not very healthy, and so I just feel like maybe it's best to nip it in the bud, so to speak, if that's the case. It's showing here too, because when I'm looking at this, see, the reason I'm saying this could be a relationship is because I do see somebody here, Violet Ann, and they seem to be very powerful in some ways. They seem to have a lot of personal power, but it doesn't seem to be being applied well with the 5 of Swords here.
Is it possible that this represents the idea of a relationship that is very one-sided, more at the other person's behest, and so there's no motivation to be more permanent or to go in a particular direction with the relationship? And of course, some of the reasons are that maybe this is a strong person who is used to sort of doing things their own way and doesn't necessarily, feel bad for the person on the other side of it.
So be careful what you ask for here. I don't believe this is going to be a relationship, if it happens, that will stand. Yeah. You may meet somebody very, very aggressive and pushy, and it's almost like a message we had earlier today where, actually might be the card of the day, where I say, some people can whisper sweet nothings and things, but, find out what their true intentions are first before getting too heavily involved with them. Now, I have timing cards here, and this is very interesting to me. And when I was shuffling these, I was specifically thinking about love and romance that would work for you, Violet Ann. And, that would be not this, okay? So I'm wondering here, if we look at this. Now, it's interesting that this says before the summer months, because summer's upon us just about. But the summer month is, but summer doesn't actually start for a couple weeks yet. I'm just throwing that out there.
Caveats.
So it seems like it's between now and 5 months from now when something may come into your life that may be more worthy. I'm almost wondering when I see this card here if the possibility for this kind of creepy person to
Or mean person.
potentially, you might meet them and realize, no, we're not going to let this one go anywhere because it's not worth my time. Or it's definitely kind of risky to take my time with this person.
Yeah, they have a scorched earth policy is what it seems like.
I would not, yeah. Anytime the Five of Swords appears, and in a love reading, it's kind of like
Nobody wins.
a super red flag for me. But I'm thinking love is possible. A better relationship is possible. But it looks like it might be after summer begins to 5 months from then. So by the end of the year. So it seems like 2024 there could be something happening. And I'm not going to say it has to go all the way to the end of the year either.
Yeah, it could be in that range.
Time span. Fingers crossed. Good luck with that.
All right. So Diksha is up then. And Diksha has asked, what's coming up next in my career? Are they on the right path?
Okay. I'd say 3 cards.
All right, that'll be your deck. And I get Lenormand back.
It's just getting them for you.
Thanks.
All right. All right. Is that all of them? Yes.
By the way, earlier today, Banshee Show was on the Material Matters. And of course, it's a great way to find out for each sign of the zodiac what are the high points for you working with the material, financial energies of the week. So check that out. That was on today. It's Sunday at 10 a.m., but it's on throughout the week on our YouTube channel.
Such a pretty intro you made for me, Mr. O.
You're worth it.
After I badgered you enough.
Yes. You gave enough badgering to make me...
Didn't I, Sonny? Didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh, what the heck? I have some cards facing the wrong way in here.
Excuse me, everybody. Kind of
Right.
yawn in there.
Let me shuffle them again and see if there are any more.
And it's 3:30 our time, and we probably would take one more if they showed up pretty soon, but...
that would be it, I think.
Yeah, that would be it, probably. Because we still have Ari, Vidi, Divine You, and, of course, Violet. After Diksha. Hey, you. Come here, son.
All right, what's going on in career? Are you on the right path? Well, oh boy, let's see here. You have the Six of Wands reversed. But you have the Page of Pentacles upright. And the Five of Pentacles reversed.
Well, I almost wonder right from the start if you feel like, you know, what you're doing now or you're worried about what you want to be doing won't give you recognition you need, or you won't be seen to be competent or vital in that area. That's just the thought I have there. But I'm going to throw the Lenormand real quick because you have the Rider, which is usually a good sign that there is some movement, that you are moving towards something, and you have the Lady.
Well, it seems like you might have an ally there, but you know, I think here, maybe, I think here, or else that could be reflective of you, now that I think about it. You know, I feel here that maybe You don't feel, you're kind of worried or concerned right now because you might feel you're lacking some support there that you might need. Like, for example, if you just started this job, what's coming next in your career? Are you on the right path? I don't know if you started a job, but the thing is that you feel kind of like there may be little support for what you want to do. And you want to, and it's kind of worrisome to you. You worry, will you fail because you're not getting the support right from the beginning you had hoped you would have. Now, the Page of Pentacles indicates here to me that this might be a good start for you, though. This is a good foot in the door start for you. I think this is a new beginning that you should take to heart. And you might just take to heart the fact that this is only the beginning for you. In other words, will you stay at this job or will you move on to something else? You may move on to something else or you may grow into another position there. But I do think you're off to a good start for yourself financially, that you are on the right path, regardless of whether you're getting the support you had hoped for or not. Did you do the last card yet?
I didn't even do the second card.
Oh, okay then.
Which is okay. I like what you said about the Page of Pentacles. I sort of feel too that this is saying if this is new or you expect to be starting something new, you may feel that this is an opportunity for you to learn more either about that position, that job, or about things that maybe will springboard you to something else. And having said that, and I'm agreeing with Banshee on these ideas, the Five of Pentacles reverse may be saying that despite what this was saying, like maybe you felt you weren't being noticed, you are going to find a way to be noticed or to at least be seen with others in similar company of some sort, like you're part of that situation, whether it's that career, that set of employees, that kind of situation.
Well, with the Five of Wands reversed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was the Pentacles. I'm sorry.
It's the Five of Wands, right?
Yeah, so I have to change that a little bit.
Do you want to do that? You want to think about it?
I guess this could be saying that you will feel in this position that maybe there is a sense of, other people that you are, being measured against in some way. I won't say you're competing. That could be maybe what this is about too, is that, you'll realize in this position, you have to find ways to make yourself look a little different. It's not so much about looking better, but maybe just looking like you have some differences. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, I have a feeling with this card that since it's reversed, that competition's going to ease a little bit, or the stress that you have been feeling in dealing and working with others on the job will start to ease. There will be less, and you'll feel a little bit better about things as they are there. But when I look at the Lenormand, I can't help but wonder here, like I said, if this is just going to be a stepping stone for you, and ultimately you will be moving on. But it's not necessarily because things didn't work out for you here. Right. I think it's because it's a natural progression that might be happening. So I think you are on the right path, and whether you move on and up in this company, or whether you decide to do, move to some other better position, I think you will be on the move.
Right. It almost feels like, you're starting something new, but you already realize that you want to be somewhere else. And so a lot of this will be about how you can position yourself for that. Good luck.
I hope that makes sense. Yeah, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right. And then now we are going to be on Ari.
All right. Ari changed her question.
There's your cards back.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Well, it's a little bit of a two-parter, but let's see what we can do here. I'm going to use my Ancestral Path Tarot.
You're welcome, Daicha.
You're welcome.
That is an interesting question.
Yeah, it is.
Why don't we do a couple of things here?
Okay.
We're going to do this for Ari. Let's do a yes-no first.
All right.
And seeing if that's the only option. I'm curious to see what the cards will say about that. But I don't want you to totally take it to heart either way. What did you drop?
The Six of Pentacles.
Reversed.
Reversed.
Well, that's just indicating you're not happy right now with the balance of things. You know, it's kind of like you said here.
You're welcome, Deeksha.
You have to give up some of your ideas of who you want to be with in order to have somebody, to avoid being played by other guys. So that's interesting. I might be just reflecting the current situation.
All right, I'm going to count them off.
All right. Let's see what we get. Oh.
Page.
Got it. What's
Devil
that?
reversed.
Wow. Okay.
So it's leaning towards no, and we're asking the question: Is that your only option?
No, it's not.
And it's not your only option.
At least it's leaning that way.
Right. You have the Page of Pentacles reversed, and this could just be saying that to some degree you maybe are in a bad cycle, and that maybe somehow you are in a cycle or in a situation where you seem to be attracting the opposite of what you want. But the final card is the Devil reversed, and I'm a little puzzled. Did you want to jump in at all?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I didn't even grab the Lenormand though, so I think we need some perspective. I like this though, and actually I was saving the Lenormand for the other reading, but you know what? I think, well, you know what? I'm not going to do the Lenormand on this reading, because we are going to do one more. I think here what it's saying is, no, it's not your only option, Ari. You know, the Page of Pentacles reversed here is indicating to me that things are going slow, and also it seems like this is also saying, you know, maybe you feel like the choices surrounding you right now, the only people that you're finding are decent human beings, are not really acceptable to you in other ways. They're not exciting you. They're not giving you the bells and whistles you'd hoped in a relationship. And so things are slow to develop right now, and it's frustrating. But with the, the Devil reversed, I think you have to free yourself from this idea that, you know, you should be thinking this way, that my only options is to settle for less. Free yourself and liberate yourself from that idea. And as hard as it is to deal with some of the losers that are out there, and I know there are plenty, Aries, but, you know, you're just going to have to keep searching. You're going to have to keep searching for what you truly want.
So no, you don't have to be with a guy you don't really like, but I think the message of the Devil reversed is saying, don't be codependent. Release yourself from the idea that you are nothing without being in a relationship. That, you know, you are just as strong looking for a relationship as you are being stuck in a bad one, as you are feeling sad that you're not in one. So it's really about how you see yourself. The Page of Pentacles is somebody that you should empower yourself with the idea of being expansive, of being looking and interested. The Page of Pentacles is philosophical about things. Maybe you need a philosophical approach to the idea of where you are in looking for a relationship.
I'm not going to argue that, and I guess that leads to the next part of this. So I think we're going to now focus on what do you need to do? Because the universe is only going to provide you with what you're giving them. What do you need to do in order to find the guy you're truly looking for? So take those up. Shuffle again. Three cards.
Thank you, Violet.
Well, I may agree with that,
all
but I think
relationships
that
in a
I want
way,
to
you
just
know.
give some more concrete advice here on that.
Shuffling again? What are we thinking of here, or what are we asking?
What does she need to do okay, should game play. Why can't the universe give me the guy that I would actually like back? So what do you need to do to attract the kind of person you would like? We're going to take that approach. See if we get anything here.
Ooh, the Empress.
Oh.
The Eight of Swords reversed. Liking it. And the King of Pentacles reversed. So maybe you have to free yourself from the idea that you can't manage this. That's the King of Pentacles reversed. Maybe you really can, but you have to produce on your own level. You're not producing for the idea of the relationship you want to be in. You're producing for yourself. And so to think otherwise is maybe an illusion that you are keeping about yourself. It's really about you managing things for yourself rather than having them managed for you.
You know, it's kind of interesting seeing the Empress on one end and the King of Pentacles reversed on the other end. It's kind of a...
Similar energies in a way?
No, no,
well,
it's
I mean,
not.
It could be.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because the Empress is all about producing results and creating the kind of atmosphere that you want. And the King of Pentacles is not having any control over it. You know, you're feeling like you have lost control over that process here. But you are the one who can produce the results you desire here. You have to get creative about it. You have to think outside the box now. If you're going to the same old places or doing the same old thing, looking for people, you got to come up with a different approach, a more creative approach. You have to think outside the box here. That's the Empress. And again, this Eight of Swords here is about freeing yourself from limitations, self-imposed limitations. In other words, you have to go beyond the bounds of your thinking of how you're going to accomplish this. And also, you have to go beyond thinking this is never going to happen for you. I'm going to keep meeting the same people I am not happy about. And you know, and also, you have to get a little bit more control over this situation, you know, and not allow people in who are that way with you. If you don't feel good about them, then really there's no sense in leading them on to thinking, for them to think that they're going to have a good relationship with you when you're not clicking with them. So absolutely, you know, exert more control and decide you're not going to waste time and effort on the things that you are not enjoying or appreciating. That's some tough love there, but look at this.
Luck, the Clover. And with the light side of the clouds
Exactly.
facing it.
You know, let's get clear on this. I have a feeling here with you, Ari. Any attempts you make at deliberately trying to find Mr. Right and trying to control this process too much, I mean too much, may not work as well as allowing fate to take its hand in things. I have a feeling that when Mr. Right comes, it's going to be a spontaneous surprise. It may come out of a situation where you weren't even looking for Mr. Right. It may come, you might meet somebody on the street. You might meet somebody on a bus ride. You might meet somebody, you know, at a movie theater. Whatever the case may be, it may be in some situation that wasn't planned, that you weren't out looking for anything. Suddenly, maybe it's with the move that you make. A neighbor introduces themselves to you. You know, that's what I'm saying here. It just seems as though it's going to be spontaneous. It's going to happen when the time is right.
And I like what Violet's saying about it too. Pretty much you guys are in tune there. And I feel that way too. The clover represents the idea of luck or fate. And the clouds represents the idea of the dual nature of that. But you have the bright side of the clouds towards that. And I think this is just saying, free yourself, the illusion thing with the Eight of Swords reversed, from the idea that that any or all of this has to happen on a particular timetable or in a certain way. Obviously, you want to not be taken advantage of, but maybe part of this is about really understanding that it's just going to have to proceed in its own way. You know, you said you're 19.
You know what's funny about this, Ari? I'm just going to throw that out there, that, you know, you may have ideas of a certain look, a certain appearance, as well as, you know, a certain mindset these people have, what kind of careers they're going for. You may have a total idea about what you want out of love. But you know what love is? Love is chemistry. And I think you're on to that. Some of the people that, you know, obviously are playing you that you really want a relationship with, but it's also chemistry. You'll know when this person comes as the right one, whether it meets those check boxes that you have for yourself or not. That chemical reaction, that's what it's all about.
Good luck.
I wish you luck with that.
And we are on Vidi then. And Vidi wants to know, what messages does their higher self have for them at the moment?
All right.
I was 27. I think it was my 27th birthday.
I was 25, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Vidi's
Yeah, you
question.
had just turned 27.
It was my birthday.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my anniversary because I got married on my birthday.
I pulled the Lenormand, I thought. Wait a minute.
Oh, you're right, because I
Yeah.
had the sacred. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I wanted to read for Vidi. That's
well, you
okay.
want to?
I'll read for
That's
Divine.
fine.
I'll read for Divine.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Whatever. Jeez, oh, Pete.
True dat, true dat.
Let me grab this one. I haven't used this one yet.
So what messages
Wait a
does
minute.
Vidi's higher self have for them?
Have I used my Cyril Marchetti deck?
Maybe.
Well, I'll save it.
For Violet?
Maybe.
Uh-huh. It's true, Violet.
So that'll be my reading, right?
Could be.
The higher self? I think so.
No, I'm not sure we can take you, Kelsey.
Well, I'm going to use it for you if you don't mind, Violet. I brought it out and then I didn't use it. I don't know why.
B.
Oh, what? Kelsey came? Oh, okay. Then maybe I'll use it for...
Oh, so we are going to take Kelsey.
Well,
Okay.
oh, well, I don't know now. She retracted.
Oh, there's another one there.
Oh, Kelsey, I think we'll fit you in. We'll fit you in.
But the list is now closed.
Thanks
then.
for joining us. We're right at the tail end, though, so
Right.
you got two in front of you. The one we're doing now and one more.
Yes, that's fine.
All right.
Okay. So this reading is for Vidi, who wants to know if there is a message from their higher self, for their higher self.
All right, so let's do my reading on that. So what is the message?
I'm trying to pin her message here. The list is closed message. There we go.
It's the Four of Swords reversed. So the message is to get back in the swing of things. If things have been out of sort for you right now, Vidi, this is a time to get back into the swing of things. Re-energize. This is a time where, let's say, for example, if you've been feeling really out of sorts, physically or emotionally, mentally, this is a time to bounce back. This is a card of bouncing back. Your higher self says it's time to just set things right in your world and get moving again.
Right. Your higher self appreciates that maybe you've had some healing or rest that you needed to do, but now things are moving in another direction and some action may be required or some sense of an awareness may be required of you. So why is this important?
Wow. Hierophant, reversed.
Well, it may be important because you may need to do something very differently, or you may need to be involved in something that is really out of the norm for you, something that maybe will challenge you to kind of maintain your sense of where you are in some proceedings or situations that you're not really going to be very used to, or that will have very different points of view being expressed towards you.
So why is this important is because getting back on track now is one thing, but I think your higher self wants you to consider making some changes in your life. Doing either, they don't necessarily have to be physical changes. They could be mental changes. They could be emotional changes. Approach things with a different mindset now. Try to think outside the box on how to do something in your life differently. Whether, if it's an issue of a health-related thing, what do you need to inspire now more positive, benefits to your health in your life? What can you do differently that will change things around? It is about any other area of your life, as a matter of fact. How can you do things differently now? This is a call to look at the world your world differently now.
Where will it lead?
Why?
And it's the Tower reversed. It could lead to repeating certain mistakes if you don't do this. I think that's what it's saying, really, that realizing that something has to change is important, because if you don't change, you are repeating something, and maybe there's a lesson or something you need to learn or understand.
There is something you need to learn and understand, which is why they want you to think differently. And it's making me think a little bit differently about the Tower reversed in this case. Now, generally, the Tower means disaster strikes and you don't learn anything from it. I think what your higher self is telling you here is that some of these ideas that you may have may fail or may ultimately not be good for you, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try them. There are lessons to be learned from this. And if you don't want to repeat what got you into this boat of depleting your energy to begin with, sometimes you have to suffer some defeats and failures, but you have to learn from them. And I think that's what this is saying here is like, don't take a safe approach to things now, because you won't learn from that. You will only learn from struggling and trying something new. And if things don't work out the first time, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yes, I'm sorry, new chapter, but we have just closed the list. We finished up with our last couple of readings. We're finishing up a couple more. So I'm sorry.
Do apologize. And just to let you know, our schedule's a little bit different for next week. We won't be back live again till next Sunday, but we will be here Sunday. Try to get here early, and we will be happy to answer any question you have. We filled up pretty quick today. We took a couple extra at the end, but now we're really at the end.
And you're welcome, Sherry. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. So with Lenormand, then, there's still going to be some small stuff going on, the mice, but it looks like luck is still with you here.
Oh, no. I think this is wonderful because of the way it came out here.
Okay.
Because I think what it's saying is luck, timing, synchronicity. So if you make the right moves at the right time, sometimes even the mice talk about a health-related issue. So I don't know if you've been going in, if something's been depleting you physically, Vidi, or emotionally. But the bottom line here is that it's almost as if thinking outside the box and doing this kind of thing, re-energizing, thinking outside the box now and doing things differently, luck will be on your side and will take care of whatever has been bringing you down.
Okay,
whether it's mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is.
So your higher self is just saying you have to keep focused on that, on moving, your personal luck and value through the anxieties
Right.
or the disappointments.
Sure, there may be some struggles you're facing, but I think here your higher self is saying you can handle this, you can learn from this. And
This
nothing,
is a strong sign.
right, and we're, like I said, don't take a safe approach. Go out on a limb. Take your chances on things. Think differently now and see where it leads you. And if you fail, well, hey, just don't do it again. And try something else.
All
Good
right.
luck with that. I hope that helps. Interesting reading
Thanks,
there.
Diddy. And so we are on Divine then. Hi, Divine. And you asked, will you do emotionally and financially well in India?
All right.
How do you want to do that?
And it's your deck.
I know. I'm going to use the Mermaid's Tarot.
I don't know. Do you want to do a yes, no? That's up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
Tell you what, I'll reserve a yes or no if we don't feel we answered that well. So we're going to look at it with regular 3 cards.
Hope you
You're
are
welcome.
doing well so far in India.
Yes. You're welcome, Ari.
Wow. Okay. Curious to see what you get.
Card 1 is the reversed Ace of Wands. Thank you, Ari. I hope so. Card 2 is Judgment, upright.
You're welcome, Ari.
And then the 3 of Swords is upright.
Oh.
So,
Wait a minute.
Mice. Mountain. So I don't know that you're totally in the clear yet. I sort of feel there's some delay in things being worked out the way you want. The Ace of Wands can talk about building new things, building relationships, building enterprises, building growth, but there seems to be something that maybe is giving it a delay. It doesn't mean it won't eventually work out, but there may be some questions underlying all of that. That's Judgment reversed, and that maybe there are situations that need to be appreciated or understood that maybe are a little deeper than normal in sense here. And only you may know exactly what those are, but they may go to the root of what emotionally or spiritually or otherwise makes you feel contented.
Emotionally, there may... I just got to look at the 3 here. Emotionally, there may be some unhappiness or disappointments or some sorrow. There may be some regrets that, you didn't seem to have any regrets moving, so I believe that. But there may be something that makes you regret some moves that you're making in India, or maybe making you think about the past. That, there's some regret here. And I almost think it's just some sorrow. And it may be because things are a little bit sluggish, as Mr. O has indicated. You are hoping for a major overhaul, this major transformation and a renewal for you to take place. And I'm not saying that is not possible here, Divine. It's definitely possible, but it may take a little bit longer than you had hoped to really get your bearings there. And, with the mountain and the mice, I would say this. Quit making mountains out of molehills. You might be looking at and thinking, oh, things are getting to be too hard. I'm never going to be able to get through all these obstacles that are in my way to success. When I feel that with the mice here, that those might be smaller obstacles than you realize, and that you can handle this in time. But again, time is a factor because the mice says this is limited. These kinds of obstacles and this delay that you are experiencing probably won't last very long. And my guess would be that it might be 3 to 6 months before everything starts getting better for you. But, in the grand scheme of life, what is 3 to 6 months? Okay? Anything worth doing is worth waiting for.
Well, I tend to agree with Banshee here. I think some of this is perspective, and some of this is perspective that you're just going to need to bring yourself to feel more comfortable with, that it will take time, and maybe some of these things are within your ability to move ahead, but it's looking more like some of these are things you're just going to have to wait for. You mentioned labor people not getting through the operations. So there may be other reasons for that maybe you'll be able to eventually see. But I get the feeling not necessarily, and you might have to dig in for the long haul with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some obstacles, but I almost think, and maybe it's because of what you say here, you're not getting a lot of support, that, they seem very hard to overcome. But I think you will find in time that either they're going to ease up on you, or they weren't as big as maybe you thought they were. So hopefully I expect a turnaround. But, for now, it's looking like it's kind of stalled, and it's frustrating, and it's making you regret some things. So I see what you said there, but I think maybe it'll pass. So feel free, somewhere down the road here to check in with us again on this if things are still the way they are.
But try to give it a little more time.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Divine.
Yeah,
Best wishes for you and your mom and everyone else.
And let's see what Kelsey's question was. May I know what is coming to me in terms of love, and when will I meet them?
Oh, Kelsey, we're on Kelsey. Whoops, sorry.
Well, I'll get my timing cards. I guess I'll use...
I hope not. Take care of yourself.
The 0 cards for this one. I'm sorry, Divine. You were so excited about doing this move. And so, sometimes the excitement, and then you have to deal with some of the harsh realities of the obstacles that maybe you hadn't thought about that were there. It can be frustrating. So just try to hang in there. I'm hoping you'll get through this.
As a Scorpio, Pluto, one of our planets, is retrograde right now. So that may be contributing to some of this. Pluto retrograde sort of sounds stagnant. You're welcome. Miss you too. Thanks for dropping in.
Yep, miss you. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime in the near future.
Yes, please take care of yourself and look after your health. All right, Kelsey. What is coming to me in terms of love, and when will I meet them?
Well, you got the card of the day we had on social media today.
Ah, the Knight of Cups.
But you also have the King of Wands reversed. How interesting. Wow. And 4 of Swords is upright.
Lenormand, the fish, and the mountain, once again.
Well, this is certainly an interesting one. What's coming to you in terms of love? So I assume you're not in a committed relationship now, am I right? I assume that. Something could be coming your way. The Knight of Cups is here, and the Knight of Cups is all about passion and love and romance coming or going into your life. It could also indicate a person. You've got some mixed bags going on here, though. So on one hand, I could look at this and say, this is about love coming into your life, but this is who it is, and that could be a little bit problematic. And you may want to retreat from it. So let's try to dive in here. I could also read this as this is the person. Maybe there's a combination here. I'm getting the feeling, Kelsey, somebody is going to come on really strong to you. There's a possibility here somebody's going to be doing all the right stuff, the schmoozing and trying to move this thing forward. But, the King of Wands is here, and they're being overly aggressive, I think, in their approach. So it could be one of these, we talked about this earlier in another reading, it could be one of these red flag situations. It's not as bad as the other one that came up. It's just that maybe they're coming on too strong, too fast, and you need to slow it down a little bit. You need to put the brakes on it a little bit till you get to know them better. I don't know if they're going to be a fire sign or a water sign. I mean, there's a possibility either way here, but they're definitely coming on too strong, too fast. That's my opinion.
I'm getting a little bit of a different idea here.
Okay.
I do feel that the Knight of Coins does talk about movement towards cups. Okay. Towards moving towards something emotional situation. Usually that means a good thing. But I'm thinking that the King of Wands represents a person, maybe it's yourself, but maybe it's the other person who isn't totally confident or totally charismatic. So in other words, it could be you feeling this way about yourself, that maybe you don't feel you are attractive, or maybe this is that person. Maybe they don't feel very confident or charismatic about their own ability to move towards emotional relationship. And I sort of feel it's that because maybe they're coming away from a period, maybe they are in a period where maybe they're not incredibly active, emotionally speaking. So maybe this is saying, like, maybe this is new to them in a way, or this is something that they haven't been used to being in a relationship. Maybe they're still sort of on the outskirts of being romantically interested in anyone.
Well, memeing off of him a little bit, I would say with the Four of Swords, this could indicate somebody who is in the process of recovery right now. So in other words, this could tell me that maybe they're rebounding from a relationship. It's one of those issues, again, where I can't help but wonder if somebody is trying to move too fast because they're trying to heal a hole in their life. It may not be somebody who is dangerous to you per se, Kelsey, but, the Knight of Cups is an interesting kind of card because it indicates passion and romance, but what kind? Number one, sometimes the Knight of Cups is somebody who's in love with the idea of being in love, okay? And so the thing is, they may not be real. What's their intentions toward you? Are they serious? Or are they just interested in a fling to get over their past relationship? So that's the kind of things I'm thinking about when I'm seeing this combination here.
It could be, or maybe somebody who is, just in a recovery stage of a relationship, Kelsey. I'm looking at the mountains and the fish.
Toughie.
And I'm feeling that maybe if this is a thing that's manifesting a person like this who's a little shy or a little uncertain of themselves, romantically speaking, that does present an idea of, some amount of struggle with that. But I think it does lead towards the idea that there is maybe success in bridging that world.
Well, I honestly don't think they're shy, but I do feel here with this guy, I know why you said that because of the King of Wands. I'm just picking up the more, aggressive movement elements of the King. Sometimes, like I said, they move quickly, sometimes too quickly for their own good. The mountain here and the fish indicates to me that there may be some obstacles and struggles to getting things off the ground that are positive and good for you. See, that's why I'm wondering with this Four of Swords here, and that's why I said in the beginning that maybe you'll just want to take a back seat and let this one go, because it seems like there's obstacles to moving in a fruitful direction with this person. Let me look at the time frame for this here and see what we get. I have a feeling this person that's coming, and this is not saying that they may not be a good relationship eventually, but I do think you really need to take your time with this, Kelsey, and get to know them better.
And I actually think that they're already out of the relationship, but maybe there's still some lingering recovery issues, hurt feelings.
You mean of another relationship?
Yes, of a previous relationship.
Well, that's what I think
that
too
they're just coming out of it.
They may be recovering from something they've been through, right? All right, let's see. Now, we take these timing cards sometimes with a grain of salt.
True.
I'm going to cut them this time. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Sure. Before the next new moon. 6 months.
It's kind of like a time frame, and I think it's a realistic time frame. It may not be for you, but I do feel here that any time after this next new moon, which didn't we just have one?
No, we just passed full moon.
We had a full moon. So anytime after the next new moon to 6 months from now, this person may surface in your life. And I think, like I said here, it's up to you. I just say get to know them better. It may be that things will work out in time. In other words, there may be some obstacles from the get-go, but once you get through them, maybe it's possible things will start to flow more. The fish sometimes can be about ebb and flow in our lives, so it might be that things could flow in a better direction, but that's saying at first you have to overcome some of the obstacles. I hope this helps. I would say this person is going to be somebody who is a bit more mature, just to give you a little information on this, because you have a king here, and so they may be already in a decent career, and they are very much, I don't want to say pushy, but they're very, they're kind of aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I just mean that they want things to move. They're ready to move things along. And you might be, even after meeting them, well, I like you and all, but I'd like to get to know you a little better. That would be advisable, especially if they admit they're coming from a previous relationship that went bad, that went south.
Or that their last relationship did go
you'll
bad.
probably want to get to know them better, just to make sure everything is okay. Well, I wish you luck with that. Good
Thanks,
luck.
Kelsey. You're welcome. Hope to see you again.
All right, we're on Violet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really is Mr. O's deck's turn, Violet. Unless you have a preference.
I don't have a preference, yeah.
Why meant if Violet had a preference?
I'll use the Barbary again, I guess.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. So it'd be my reading?
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, look what I have here. I had to look at the pills and see if I could swallow them.
You can't swallow any pill.
It's my Dulcolax.
Ugh.
for my colonoscopy. And fortunately, they're the soft gel caps, so I think I can swallow them without much problem. Because I have to take 4 of them.
Okay, so what is the message or guidance from the goddess? And it is the 2 of Swords, upright.
Boy, has that thing been coming up today, right?
So, but it's upright this time, and so the message is maybe to kind of hold in a position at this time that maybe there's some information that is coming to you still, or there is no reason to necessarily commit to an action just yet, that maybe this is a pause for you to gather strength or information or some sort of rest.
Well, I like that. You know, it's stepping back. Okay, so the message from this is from the goddess.
I think they want you to wait. Something's coming.
Well, I think they want you in a holding pattern until you are emotionally more, you're finding things more stable. Maybe at this time the goddess realizes, you've been going through a lot of stuff, and now it's time to maybe do a little bit of processing work and take it easy on yourself. The goddess is saying there's no hurry here. You do some things that just will pull you maybe back a little bit and allow you the ability to get more balanced. Because the 2 is about stepping back, but she's got those swords evenly balanced there. As we know,
there's a deliberation going on.
And this is talking also about mental clarity and mental, emotional balance.
So, why is it important? It's the reversed King of Cups.
Okay, because why is it important? Because if you don't feel good, if you're not feeling right, you're not going to be that helpful to others at this point in time, are you? Bam.
Right.
And so
your emotional resolve has to be balanced too.
So I think the message here is don't be a martyr. Don't put yourself out there unless you feel you're good about doing it. And, I feel here that maybe there are things that you want to do, things that you want to provide to others right now more than what you're doing. And the goddess is saying, not yet. Not yet.
So, where will it lead? I know I dread this, right? And our old friend, the 5 of Pentacles, is back.
And it's upright.
It's upright. So the sense here is that it leads to the idea that you have to understand the distinction between yourself and what's on the other side. The idea of there's a difference between what you do and what others do, and that maybe to some degree you're always going to have this little bit of separation from those other situations. And I'm mostly thinking in terms of other people. I'm not thinking in terms of your spirit guides or the goddess or others.
Well,
I
had to give this a little bit of thought here, put my head down to think, Violet, really. And so what I think, where this is heading is that you may, having to hold back, feeling out of sorts, because you're feeling out of sorts, is making you feel, and will make you feel for a while, like you're detaching from things a bit. You're detached from community, and it makes you feel like you're on the outside looking in. And maybe you do need to do that for a while. Just the goddess is saying, accept this for now. Accept the fact that you have to pull yourself back. You have to withdraw a little bit till you get the bearings and you feel better about yourself, your feelings, and you feel more emotionally stable and secure. Right? Did I get the Lenormand? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's a pretty good reading.
Let's see what this is going to say. Well, that one didn't want to leave. Oh, and it's a 3-peat. I'll just leave you guessing on that one. Oh.
Mountains. Nice.
Yes.
Victoria. Oh, this is new. The Sith. Ouch. Cut those little mice heads off.
Well, in a way, yes. I think, the scythe is about clearing away the stuff, Sometimes it's about harvesting, right? They use a scythe to harvest certain grains and whatnot. It's true. But you got to cut to the chase here. You want to keep what's valuable to you and eliminate what's dragging you down. And so whatever it is that's dragging you down is going to take some time to get to the heart of. You're going to have to dig through some weeds to get there, And so this is a time to do that. This is a time while you're pulling away to do that.
A lot of times when we see the mice, Violet, we say, oh, there's some small stuff. Try not to sweat that. You'll get through the small stuff. It's just here for a little while. But I think this is saying really, no, this time you want to take out the small stuff. You don't want to let the small stuff necessarily go unresolved until it builds to something bigger.
Yeah.
So wherever you see those things that maybe represent some small problems, look at them and decide if that's really true or if it is something that really does need to be tackled at this time.
I have another thought. It's possible, that this scythe is here to say, because remember, the mice are temporary at best. So I think what this is saying, Violet, is you're pulling back and having to do all this stuff is just temporary. It's temporary till you can get to the heart of this. But the bottom line is, this is telling you to cut these issues, take the time now to cut these issues down to size.
Bam. Like that.
So, good luck with that. I like when things just pop into my head like that.
Usually it's because of something I said or something.
Oh, you're taking credit for that?
I sure am.
Sheesh.
So that is our show.
That is our show. Hey, thanks everybody for coming. We've had a great show today. I don't know, some of the readings make me really sad. They weren't as happy as I would have liked them to be for people. But we hope again that we have told you some things you need to hear. That's the important thing. And at least to process and think about whether we've hit the mark or not. So I want to thank everybody for your support. I'm sorry we are going to be off on Thursday and Saturday, but we need this break right now. Mr. O's got something he's got to take care of with family. And
we'll see you in a week.
We'll see you next Sunday. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your week ahead, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.